Who needs $90 Animal Crossing when I've got this? Design Your Island is the new scenario in the Japanese server, so global people look away. It's honestly really simple, which all the Twinkle Legends haters will love to hear. The first thing you're going to want to do is select a few things on this here construction plan. I like to select speed, stamina, power, and guts, and I'll go over why in a little bit. Once again, we're visited by our old friend scenario gauge off to the left here. My New Year's resolution was to say that word as often as possible, so you'll notice that once you get to the island, any type of training will fill the gauge. Training with many supports and during friendship training will fill it even more. Filling the gauge halfway will award you with a ticket that you have until you earn your next ticket to use it or lose it. These work similarly to Project Lark's special training bubble in that as long as you've upgraded a facility like I did, then the ticket gets you stats for those respective categories in addition to some smaller boosts for facilities that you haven't upgraded. The ticket you get when filling the gauge all the way will give you stronger boosts as well. Tickets take into account what supports are at the locations you've leveled to at least level 1, and if you've upgraded the beach house, your remaining supports will appear there. This is at its strongest when you've got multiple friendship trainings lined up, so it's best to try and use them when you've got a lot of those, but sometimes you end up having to use it before you get your next one. Much like in Musume, you don't want to ignore your precious gauge, but I've literally never had a problem filling it so far. As per usual, you have until your turn counter here reaches 0 to fill this gauge completely to succeed in your mission, which gets you a whole heap of bonuses including stats, a training bonus, hint bonus, development plans, and sometimes leveling up all your facilities. But now let's talk real estate. At the beginning of the scenario and every time following an evaluation period, you're instructed to build more facilities. Each time you level one up, you get a plethora of effects. For example, when you go from level 0 to 1, you get a +1 stat boost and 10% training bonus during summer, and going from level 1 to 2, you get a +2 stat boost, 5% training boost from island training, and 20% boost from summer training unless it's speed, which is a continuing theme throughout for some reason. Once you reach level 3 for a facility, you have a choice. Should you increase your training boost or increase the rate at which you get hints? And the answer to that question is training boost every single time. The beach house is only really something you should level up once at the beginning or on the second turn so you can get your ticket trainings running the way they should. The bonuses it offers at later levels don't really help all that much, and I need those slots for excessive amounts of speed training. But what facilities do you build? Well, that's up for interpretation based on who you're training, but Tachyon told me she wants to level up speed, stamina, power, and guts to take full advantage of my first tickets, and she seems kinda smart, so I do that. Then I'll level up the beach house once, and since I need more speed and stamina, and would at least at level 1, then I guess I'll just throw that in there. Then I pretty much just go wild, throwing in whatever I think I need, building my facilities like Tetris, and always making sure to ignore hints because I get those anyway. Summer's a bit different here too. You'll notice that you get stats for everything and energy consumption is significantly reduced, so you want to make sure you're extra prepared, although you do get an energy boost right beforehand if you completely fill the gauge. It's like the game is playing itself. There's no super duper success or anything in this scenario like there is in Great Food Festival, so as long as you fill the gauge every single time, then you should have no problem with this scenario. If you successfully fill the gauge all the way 5 times, then you're awarded with 2 tickets to use and you're faced with the URA finals, which are still somehow feared in the United States. Free coconut beverages for everyone. Bye.